So, you have a guy, he couldn't get along with his wife, and rather than divorce his wife, what does he do? He kills her. And he strangles her, he murders her, and he stuffs her in the back of a car in a parking lot. Now imagine that, you're coming home, you're going home, you just finished shopping, you're doing all your Christmas shopping, you're finally getting in the spirit and the spirit of things for the holidays. You climb into the car, you throw your packages in the trunk, you go to start the car, and you look back, and there's a strangled woman in the back of your car.
Okay.
Well, the police quickly zoomed in on him. His name is Robert Koselleck. He went on the lam. They couldn't find him. They ended up finding him in a different state, and when they caught him, he was in women's clothing. Well, now he's serving a murder sentence for a life sentence for murder. He killed his wife Cheryl in 1990. He has sued the state of California, the state of Massachusetts in the past, and he's won. He's sued for electrolysis treatments and hormone treatments. And the judge, Judge Wolf, allowed him to get the treatments.
That's in Massachusetts, not in California.
Right. Electrolysis, we're talking $500 each. Hormone shots, a lot more. And now he's suing again, but this time he's suing to mandate the state to pay for sex change surgeries for him. So, now, did you know there is only one population in this country with a constitutional right for medical care, and that is prisoners? Basically, if you're going to incarcerate somebody, then you're forced to also take care of them medically. And that case was, in fact, once established. It's actually a Supreme Court case called Estelle v. Gamble. So, there's a guy, his name was Gamble. He was working in a work program in Texas, and a bale of cotton fell on him. He broke his leg. Well, the prison guards knew he broke his leg. Evidently, it went up the chain of command. No one wanted to treat him.
Oh, wow.
They didn't want to give him the medical care. So he eventually sued. And what the judge said, this case went all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. What the judge said is, hey, you know what? You cannot show a deliberate indifference to a prisoner. If you're incarcerating them, you have an obligation to treat them. So that was the case that established that prisoners, incarcerated prisoners, have a right to medical care and medical treatment. Well, that was the standard, deliberate indifference. You cannot show deliberate indifference. There's a huge gap between forcing the state to pay for a sex change operation versus deliberate indifference.
A big difference.
So this is where we are with this case now. Prisoners do have rights. But their rights are largely curtailed by state law and by federal decisions. There is a freedom of speech right, but for prisoners, they cannot assemble to talk in gangs and talk about gang-related activities. They have a right in under the Fourth Amendment for unreasonable search and seizure, but a lot of those rights have been curtailed because, in fact, it is allowable for prison guards to go in and do room searches. And the same thing is with the Eighth Amendment, which is prohibiting cruel and unusual punishment. You have to treat a broken leg. You have to treat medical. If the person has diabetes, if you're going to incarcerate this person, you better provide them with insulin. Sad but true, but this is the way it is, and the standard is deliberate indifference. So now he's back, or she, this guy Robert, and she's saying, hey, I want a sex change. Right, I want a sex change, and if you don't give it to me, I'm going to kill myself. So this is the newest sort of angle that her attorneys or his attorneys are using. They're saying that the electrolysis, hormone treatments, and the surgery, the corrective sex change surgery, are all essential, or else this person will commit suicide.
Oh.
And so they're saying, and not to give the sex change is to meet the standard of deliberate indifference.
Not meeting the standard.
Anybody have an opinion about that? Give us a call, 1-888-909-1050. We'd like to hear your opinion about that. Should we as taxpayers do that? And does not providing a sex change constitute cruel and unusual punishment?